Okay, this story takes place a number of years ago. It was my first summer home from college, my older brother's second summer home from college, and we were in beautiful Warren, Ohio, for the Custom Sound Spectacular. Now, if you listen to that on the radio, they would advertise it as the Custom Sound Spectacular. And what this meant was somebody would rent out a hall and bring in audio equipment dealers from around the country to sell home and car stereos dirt cheap. This is before CDs, before VHS, when listening to music was the activity. It wasn't something you did while you were doing something else. And my brother and I, we were two different colleges, and we would send music back and forth to each other and on cassette. And if you went to the Custom Sound Spectacular, you could get a box of blank cassettes dirt cheap. So we were there to buy cassettes so that we could use them. Now, in order to, and I'll pause here to say this is a true story. I have told this story before. People always say, that's not true. Yes, this is a true story. In order to bring customers in to the event, the organizers would hire professional models, specifically professional models who posed for a men's oriented entertainment magazine. Specifically the one that had, the pages that fold out, and it was in the center of the magazine. And she would sign autographs. She would actually give you the 8x10 black and white glossy photograph, and this woman would sign her autograph for you. So my brother says, wouldn't it be funny if, now, most of the stupid ideas you've ever heard or have ever been spoken in the history of the universe have usually started with the phrase, wouldn't it be funny if? Now my brother says, wouldn't it be funny if we got this woman to sign a photograph for our professors, one of our professors back in college, and then stick it to his "While You Were Out" board. So it would just say, "Dear Dr. Bob, sorry I missed you," with the picture of the lady, in question. And so, okay, let's do it. And we had to get in line to get this woman's autograph. And she's at the front, and she's sitting at a folding table, and she's wearing what in some states would be considered clothing. In other states, it might be considered postage. So we're in line, and I'm wearing a Superman T-shirt, and my brother had on his favorite T-shirt at the time, which was a black T-shirt in white, and it had the first 6 stanzas of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony printed on the shirt with the word Beethoven across the top in big white letters. So we're in line. Superman, he's got Beethoven, and she's wearing stamps at the front. We get to the spot in the line where the man in the gray suit hands us the black and white 8x10 glossy photograph of the lady sitting at the front. True story. We walk to the front. It's our turn. We walk to the woman in question. And my brother hands her his photograph. And she, sitting there, Sharpie in hand, looks up at my brother and says, "Is your name Beethoven?" Now think about that for a second. Is your name Beethoven? Not only did she not recognize the name, but when she said it out loud, it didn't sound enough like Beethoven for her to make the correction, and she didn't recognize the music on the front of the shirt. Is your name Beethoven? Now my brother says, "No, it's Brian." And so she writes down, "Oh, to Brian," and hands it back, and she takes mine, and I'm still looking at her like, "Beethoven?" And she said, "What's your name?" I said, "Steve." And she writes, "To Steve," and hands us back our pictures. And we're walking away, and my brother says, "Did she just call me what I think she called me?" And I said, "I don't know, Beethoven, what was it you heard?" And I looked at my picture and said, "Do you think her real name is Candy?" And he said, "Well, I'm pretty sure it's not February."